Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Welcome to the Bevies, Blades, and Bushcraft live stream for the 21st of January, where we got bevies, we got blades, and we will most likely be talking about some bushcrafty stuff. There's going to be no reading tonight because I forgot the magazine at work. So, So I was going to double by maybe reading a little bit of the Communist Manifesto in celebration of yesterday, but I'm just being a brat. Not going to do that. It's boring anyway. Just check in on my messages. So what am I starting with? Yes, the usual housekeeping where I say, um, if you're watching us time shifted to sometime in the future, thank you for doing that. Thanks for hanging out with us, even after the fact, even after you cannot participate in this little chitty McChat that's going on in this side here. I do love seeing your comments show up in the comments down below the video, and I like to read them and feel good about myself because of the words. If at any point tonight you really love what's going on, I absolutely invite you to throw me a smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you really hate what's going on, that's all right. A frowny thumb works just as well. And if you would like to take a more active role in supporting this channel, keeping the lights on, doesn't look like there are many lights on around here tonight, I invite you to investigate the join button right there. Give it a right click, open it in another tab, and there you will see the 2 tiers of membership that are open to you, as well as what each tier gets you for your hard-earned cash. Okay. I will say again, now that there are actually more people here, the magazine I was going to do the reading from got forgotten at work. Moving right along. So tonight for beverages, I have a alcohol-free gin and tonic. This is the kind of thing that I never drink, like these pre-made things. Um, and I have tea. Oh, wait. Oh, it's because my stickers are on my water bottle, not my tea bottle. So yeah, pretty knife. Just showing you that I got a knife. Let's see who's kicking back with me on this night of nights, this cold ass night of nights. Let's see what the temperature is outside right now. Earlier when I checked, it was -12, but the low today, I believe, was -17. Right now, it is -15 degrees Canadian. Can I swap that to Fahrenheit? No, that's just showing me other Fahrenheit. So it is 5 degrees in degrees freedom. Let me get that degrees freedom off my phone because I'm a modern individual. So who's kicking back? First off, Mark Davidson popped in at 9:03, which is, I guess, when I finally got all my tech stuff working and started this thing. So I said, hi, Mark. Oh, hold on. Mark is, of course, a channel hero. I am the king of channel heroes. Mark says that our weather has wandered into his yard. He would like me to come and get it. You know what? Sharing is caring, buddy. Sharing is caring. We had Destiny popping in. How's it going? Telling Mark she hopes it's not too cold for him. Taking off my shoes, getting comfortable. Everyone, they're just saying hi. We got Charles and Annie saying hi. How's it going? I feel like I haven't spoken. I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys in a minute. How's it going down there? How's the weather? How's the house? Tell all. Say everything in that side chat right there. We got Shawnee Gross. Hey, you know what? I finally got to see one of Shawnee's lives, actually live last night. And I got to say happy birthday on my way out the door. It was a great live stream. I enjoyed it massively. Shawnee, you look so young on screen. You know, that's troubling to a guy like me who is 53 and fat. So Alcohol-free gin and tonic. Let's see. It's munch. Ah, it's okay. It's fine. Fudge. Oh, it's absolute munch. Oh, God. 0% alcohol and 0 gram de sucre. So no alcohol and no sugar. So at least I'm not going to put on weight, but I may not love tonight. Oh, piss. Whatever. We're moving right along. Mark does not like having our cold. But we're a very giving people up here. We like to share. We like to share the good, and we love to share the bad. And we got Mr. Chris in the house. Where are you tonight? Where is Peanut Trucker tonight? Oh, I forgot to say, Peanut Trucker is a channel mod. And I think I said that Mark is a channel hero. Just making sure I said that because I do like to advertise that because you people are helping me keep the lights on around here. We got a warming cup of broth being drunk down in Shawnee's place. So not an alcohol-free gin and tonic like I'm suffering through. Hey, look, Marcus. Marcus, you got sort of volunteered to come on one day and talk about lanterns. And I realized that I don't even think you were watching that night. So here in front of everyone, no pressure, but would you be willing to do an interview or a panel show one night and talk about lanterns? You just need a camera, a mic, and headphones, and a computer or a phone. Let me know, because I don't want to, be like, yeah, sure, he's coming on this date. Want to make sure you're down with it before before I just it's gonna happen. Yeah, of course the magazine does work. Oh, so okay, I work at the office 2 days a week. Wednesday, my department is mandated to be in, and each week we can choose between Tuesday and Thursday. All right. Last Thursday, um, I had to rocket out of work and rocket home to get the kid, and I was giving a ride to someone who had to rocket out of work and rocket home to get his kid, and I left my mouse and my keyboard at the office. Now, I have my work computer is a laptop, so not having the mouse was a bother, but I mean, I could still work, but not having that keyboard meant I couldn't use my PC, because even though it's upstairs. It's a little wireless keyboard, like Microsoft keyboard, like $100 lets me use 3 devices, computer, other computer, iPad, whatever. 3 different devices that are all Bluetooth enabled, obviously, no matter what the OS. Great. The keyboard that was at home is my Mac keyboard, which they're hugely expensive, like 230 or something. Only works with my Mac. Little bit of buyer's remorse on that. I will say though that this generation of Mac keyboards is the best feeling keyboards I've ever had. So I'm not completely against it, and it's got a number pad, but for the price, and it's just a Bluetooth keyboard, give me the same button that lets me tap for up to 3 devices. It's not that hard, Apple. It's not that hard. Moving right along. So, yes, Mark is saying that he hopes that Chris is someplace warm. Oh yeah, okay. So we're back to magazine at work. So yeah, so last week I forgot my keyboard and mouse at work. So forgetting the magazine is not exactly out of character, and in the grand scheme of things, it's less trouble than forgetting because without the keyboard, I couldn't play my fancy video games. It makes me hurt. It hurts my feelings. It makes me sad. Moving right along. Destiny's also asking Chris where he is. Alcohol-free gin and tonic because I'm still dry Januarying. It's terrible. Moving right along. I love it so. Shawnee turns 20 this year. Peanut Trucker is in San Antonio, Texas, down by Marcel. It's better here than at home. Did you get to see Marcel while you were down there? Or will you get to see Marcel while you're down there? Shawnee says, Destiny, hey, you're cute. You guys are just complimenting each other and it warms the cockles of my heart. Everyone's saying. Charles says, not cold here, 85 degrees. That would be what, like going on 30 degrees Canadian? Am I right about that, give or take? 85 degrees freedom? I told you, Chris, we like to spread the joy. Will. You can keep that one. That one's free. Contra Boy had a shift day. So happy to hear live tonight. Howdy, everyone. My day wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. Booty boom 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 ba bam bam. Everything just jumped, so I'm trying to find out where I was. Oh well. Oh, Shawnee says I look I look young on the screen. I'm overweight too, technically. Shawnee's really good at taking a compliment, obviously. Dump it down the drain. You talking about the snow? Oh no, you're talking about this. No, because otherwise all I have is my tea. And I imagine that at least some of you find it hilarious to watch me drink something that tastes like a shag carpet. Charles, still looking at property in Alaska, waiting on plane ticket prices to drop before going. Plane ticket prices are lousy. They're awful. I'd like to buy a place up in the Yukon, a little chunk of land. I'd like to win the lottery so I can do that. Marcus can be convinced. Tell you what, I'll talk to you about it offline, provided I don't forget. Stupid brain. Destiny slinging a little quote of her own. Gin and tonic makes one regret one's regrets. I like gin and tonic. As anyone with a large British section of their gene pool, I like a gin and tonic. Better in summer though. It's a summertime drink. Like to me, man, winter is whiskey time. To me, fall is whiskey time. Spring is whiskey time. To me, the thing is, like, summer's whiskey time. But summer's also gin and tonic time. So it's not really the right weather outside for a gin and tonic. This would be a great night for an old fashioned. Yeah, I think we got to make that happen. I think we got to make that happen for sure. Man, one of my all-time favorite YouTube videos of the past few years, and it's actually older than that, but I only discovered it a few years ago, was I don't remember his name. But there's a YouTuber who does like how this works, how that works, why are there holes in the prongs on North American plugs, kind of thing. And he did a couple of episodes, but he did an episode on hurricane lanterns that long, involved, and I was just wrapped. I was just like, poof. And I think he did one on the kerosene lanterns as well, but I can never remember. Hold on, let me just look it up. I'm looking it up on the wrong. Hold on. Yeah, let me look it up. Let me see if I can find it. YouTube.com. Hurricane lanterns. Crumbs. Get off the landing page. It's all politics. Let me just see if I can find it. I'll take why do hurricane lanterns look like that? I'm going to pop it open. I'm not going to watch it, but I'm going to share in the side chat. So anyone who's interested, take a look at that. You're going to let me post, right? Yeah. And he also did one, I believe, on Coleman lanterns or gas mantles, maybe. Diets versus Feuerhand oil lanterns. There's still a clear winner. I'm going to watch that later. Let me just add that to my watch later. Save to watch later. How the gas mantle. I will share that as well. Everybody, watch these. There's going to be a quiz on this when Marcus and I do our episode, okay? Now, that made me jump all the way to the bottom, so let's run back up just a little bit. Back up to this amazing comment. Destiny, you've got to write that one down. Yeah, Shawnee, forgot them both. I was like, no. Anytime I'm like rocketing out the door, like I'm living en catastrophe, as we say here, I forget something, and sometimes it's something big. Charles says, we've been looking into adding to your fence, but price is not what we want to spend. My wife wants to add to our bedroom and a closed-in patio for plants. That would be nice and expensive. I'm sure of it. I'm absolutely sure of it. Shawnee says, no fancy video games. What should we do? Clean and organize? I'll tell you what I did last night anyway to deal with the state of the world was I made stickers for my youngest daughter. I made stickers because she loves stickers. And I decided that I was going to play with my journals, just a little, little stamps, make some stickers. Also, I made, because I could not find anything anywhere, I made a stamp, a YouTube stamp, because what I've decided to do, so let's see, this is for February. What I've decided to do, I didn't do a very good stamping job on that. Okay, send the pen rocketing into the ether. Because what I'm going to do is, at the first of every month, I'm going to record my number of subs for land's sakes on both of my YouTube channels. I could not find a purchasable YouTube stamp, so I made one out of one of those white erasers and an X-Acto knife. So when I can't do my fancy video games, I get all crafty. I go making stuff. I've also been, I also started planning. So my cocktails and bushcraft book here. Actually, I took the bushcraft part out for some reason. So the cocktail half of this is getting really, really full. So I'm going to redo it, and I've been rethinking how I'm going to organize it. So I got another refill. I'm going to make a book for just my cocktail designs. So yeah, so that's what happens when I ain't got no fancy video games to play. Oh, what did you get? You purchased an SUV a few months ago? I don't think you mentioned that on my live. What did you get? And why was it a Toyota? Yeah, David Evans is on Key West playing in the sun, so it's you and Country Boy being the Hammers tonight. Hey, and then saying thumbs up. That's a reminder to all. Let me reload my page because I didn't reload it since I started, so it currently says no thumbs ups. I feel I'm doing a little better than that tonight. 12, okay. And how many people are we watching? 17. So 5 of you don't like what I'm doing. That's okay. Jerks. Just kidding. We got Serge popping in at what time? Like about 9:15, was it? How you doing tonight, Serge? How's the weather? God darn burn it. How's the weather? Uh, you were trying to see Rick from Rick's Barbecue. Yeah, I only really know of him through Russell's channel. Everyone's saying hi. Russell says, Jess, I hope you're well. It's funny, I am low energy tonight, man. I've been feeling kind of crappy all day, but not like sick. Just, I don't know, run down or some damn thing. Just some damn thing. Shawnee says, whiskey time. Not for me this week. Getting there though. I think the week after next it'll be whiskey time. Been trying to decide what bottle I'm going to end dry January with. Like I don't have any of those cool bottles that Al funded anymore, so I don't have something that fancy to end it with. But I'm gonna look at my unopened bottles, and I will end dry January with great fanfare and a fancy bottle of some sort. Maybe not a fancy one, but a good bottle anyway. Russell says, "Where the hell is Al Pal? Haven't seen him in a couple of days. I don't know. Whenever he's not around, I assume he's like on a cruise or camping or something." Russell has entered the building. He sure has. Destiny says, to be fair, gin and tonic is better than absinthe. I told you guys about that enchanting night I had when I was invited for supper at a friend's place up on the plateau here. And after supper, we had a little bit of absinthe. Generally, I use absinthe in cocktails. Drinking it straight, like with the sugar cube and everything, is great if you're feeling artistic and French and you're writing some poetry and being very attractive, comme ça. But it's a little too much of a licorice bomb for me. So I like it for like rinsing the glass for certain cocktails that call for it or whatever. But I very rarely have absinthe on its own. Part of me wants to get the whole setup, with the little water thing and the sugar platform spoon spatula thing, but no, I don't like it enough. Yeah, that's an interesting question considering what the temperature's like. How is that well holding up, Russell? I want to know. By the way, Russell is a channel hero. I forgot to mention that. I haven't been great on keeping up on that. Is Al snowed in? I don't think he's snowed in. Destiny misses Al. Yeah. Okay, you're getting ice on top, but it's not like frozen all the way down or anything. That's good. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because it goes off really, really easily. Yeah. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. I mean, I'm also if I was running the screen here in light mode, I would have a lot more sort of light filling the area, right? So I wouldn't be standing out as much. But I'm not dicking around with that right now. Maybe when Marcus and I do the episode on lanterns, I'll surround myself with lanterns and candles. I'll be all like Nosferatu. I do love me some candlelight. Grace, how's it going, Grace? Grace popping in where it's popping off. Oh, I just shut up. Currently at -21, was -24 last night. It's been cold here as well. Oh, you're going to Peru in 3 weeks. It's going to be warmer there for sure. Hey, there's Jim. Jumping into your bitter cold truck in a few minutes to drive home. It is minus 21. Yep. We're a little better than that here right now, but we're having a cold snap for sure. It tastes like garbage. Distilled garbage. Yeah, there's an interesting question. We have remote start on our car too, but I keep forgetting we have it. I get out into the car, turn it on, throw on the defroster, scrape everything down, jump in. I'm like, I'm cold, because I keep forgetting we have remote start. We got Honeybee in the house. How are you doing, Mr. B? Mr. B just sent me a message. I shall check it. Is this something I should be sharing or no? Oh, wow. Can I show this? You do not have remote start. Yeah. Serge has remote starter and a heated steering wheel. Oh man, that would be nice. I do wish I had that for sure. Yeah, City Girl has the heated. Yeah. Share on stream if you so please. Yeah, holy crap. So, what was that? Honeybee sent me a picture. Was that like 2 days ago? He had a desk that was sort of like this dark black stain or black painted or whatever. Stripped it down. It's acacia wood, I think, right? So he stripped it down and shellacked it, and it's just. Let me check what the lighting situation is up on the phone. Yeah, we're good. I shall now share the picture. I'm making sure to hide your name, he said, hoping that he's doing it right. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I love that. So nice. Absolutely so nice. Especially with that lamp on. I have that exact lamp, actually, but I don't know where it is. So nice. Good work. Sean in Alaska popping in to say he uses remote start every single morning. I probably would as well if I were there. And I would also if I ever remembered that I have it. You know? Silly me. And say hi. Russell has a section of butcher block that he's going to use for his desk, just not sure what to do underneath for drawers. Why don't you just buy a little drawer unit, like one of those, what they call it, a pedestal? I have one sitting here. Just roll it underneath. But I think that a section of butcher block looks so nice. Gross. That's an interesting question, Russell. How long do car batteries last in wintertime Alaska? Serge says, what time do I leave in the morning? 7:45, usually. Drop the squeak off at school and rock it to the office, because I start at 8:30. So if I leave later than 7:45, I never do make it in time. In fact, sometimes leaving at 7:45, forget about it. But yeah, generally 7:45. Honeybee made some custom drawers for his. Got to build the trays you like to organize with. Yeah, that's nice. You are definitely a very handy individual. I fear the building of drawers. I've never done it. I'd like to try it, but I've never actually done it. I could easily justify building some drawers for under my workbench that I built, but I've never done it. I don't think that, like, for me, the the thing that stops me is the starting. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing that stops me is the starting. Like, if I get to the point where I start something, then um then I can usually sort of continue. But like, I find certain jobs to be really daunting, and so I never even start, which is a lousy way of doing it, for sure. Uh, yeah, I don't know where Christy is. Oops, I don't know where Christy is either tonight. Wait, no. Actually, you get to work around 7:20 or 7:30. If you remember to remind me to turn on my remote. Sorry, I could just put a reminder on my phone. But what I wanted to say was that, yeah, I don't know where Christy is either. Um, haven't. Yeah, what's going on? Jim says, I'm so glad I'm smart enough to dress for the weather. I know too many that are freezing in just a sweatshirt right now. Yeah, dummies. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Um, yeah, that sort of not dressing for the weather thing is so dumb and so dangerous. If the weather is bad enough, it's bloody dangerous to do that. You know, don't be a dummy. You know, prep. Stupid is as stupid does. Okay. Oh, blech. So bad. Just so epically bad. Gross. I'm gonna look into some, like, some better tasting non-alcoholized stuff, because I mean, sometimes I don't want a cocktail. Like, sometimes I just want a mocktail. I don't want the booze. Sometimes my wife doesn't want booze, but she still wants a fancy drink. So it's good to have some stuff, but not if it tastes like that. Blech. I say blech. So where were we? Oh, nobody's saying anything. Keep dropping comments so that I have things to riff off of. Did you guys remember to, hey, homie Omi in the house? Just waiting for that to show up in the side chat there, homie. Like, it's shown up right there, but it hasn't shown up right there yet. There we goes. Homie, do you have any cool new things? Do you have any cool new things to Russell has a comment that is showing up right there, but again, not there yet. When it does, I will. So Chris is shaving. It's good to know. Power goes out tomorrow for 2 weeks. How are you set up? I'm not. I'm absolutely not. I've been sort of trying to think about, like, getting a generator or something like that. But there's just so much more to. There's always something to spend money on. I mean, we're looking at a $10,000 or $12,000 orthodontics bill over the next 2 years, so it's hard to justify anything. I was also, at Christmas, I wanted to buy a PS5 for my family, sort of as a surprise, but nope. The um, the priorities have been set. But yeah, I think we need to have something. Like, this house is supposedly on the same circuit as a hospital, so we're not supposed to lose power, but we do. So yeah, I don't know. Like, if we lost power for 2 weeks, I'm not sure what I would do. Well, first of all, I would leave the taps on 24, or like at least one tap on 24/7. You don't need it to be going too hard. Just leave it like so there's a little stream of water. And yeah, and I don't know. Um, we got a lot of like prepackaged food stuff, right? So if I can, like, I can use a Coleman stove, but I'm obviously not going to use that in an enclosed space, right? So I would probably set that up in the garage. Um, like, is my entire neighborhood out of power, or just like I'm asking because if there are no places to buy food, we're gonna be after 2 weeks, we're gonna be getting pretty low on even our canned stuff. Like, we're not set up at all. Um, Homie is about to send me something on the Instagrammage. I will let you know what it is. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. That's my Dribs and Drams account. I will let you know as soon as that comes in. Let me know when you sent it, homie. Peanut Joker says, my orthodontics bill was 11 grand US. Yeah, we what we've been quoted so far is like 85, but not including the dental surgeon. So we're probably looking at like 12, something like that. We'll get, insurance will give us 2 back. Like, it's better than nothing. I'm not going to complain. But yeah, dentistry is expensive. That's like, dentists make a crap ton of money. Like, I went into the wrong business. But yeah, so good old ortho. Good old ortho. But yeah, I would love to pick up I keep looking at generators. I'll get one day, but then like I don't know how you attach a generator to your house. Like, I don't know how you install it or anything. So just buying the generators feels like it's only the first part of the equation, you know. Um, Russell, that's very dentist. I read like 15, 20 years ago that of all the medical professions, dentists have the highest suicide rate. So I don't know. It's not a job I would enjoy either. Like, I don't know why. Like, there are certain medical jobs that I can understand, right? ER doctor or nurse, right? You're fighting against you know, the forces of death, right? But like podiatrist, yuck. Dentist, what? Um, so said home camping sucks. I've had multiple power failures since getting the electric car, like 400% more in the past 3 months compared to the last 3 years. Yeah, there's just I feel that even here there's a lot more than there used to be. Country Boy says dentists also have the highest self-harm rate of all the professionals. Yeah, I read the same thing. Make a lot of money, but I wouldn't want to look into people's mouths all day. No, me neither. Especially if you look into like the wreck of a derelict mouth or something. It's like, oh, can we even do anything with this? Susie Q popping in. How's it going? Saying my water tap has been running nonstop for 2 days. Hate to see my water bill. Never even occurred to me that people get a water bill. I absolutely never occurred to me. That's why I saw someone talking about preparing for the weather. Excuse me. Preparing for the weather in like the States, I believe, or I think it was the States. It said, if you can afford it, fill your bathtub. I'm like, what do you mean if you can afford it? Just fill your damn tub. But yeah. Home. So yeah, I don't know what it's like to have to pay for the water. Homie got a Bark River Highwayman 3, and you sent the picture. Okay, come on, sinuses. Oh yeah, so it's like a Bowie knife kind of thing. That looks like a Bowie to me. How big is it? Is that like a 7, 8 inch? No, it's a 5. Highwayman 3. How big is it? Our power company comes out and puts a plug that fits behind the meter for $1,000, and you just plug the generator. Okay, so you just plug it in. You don't have to add a. Christy's here. We were just talking about. You didn't realize it was Tuesday because yesterday was a holiday. It was a holiday? What kind of holiday was yesterday? It was like January 20th. Holiday because why not? Peanut Trucker does not pay for water either. It's good to know. Destiny's like, yes, Christy's here. Oh, Martin Luther King Day. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad reason for a holiday. We do not have Martin Luther King Day in Canada. What? Grace, you pay for water and sewage? You guys are totally selling this whole living in the States thing, man. Yeah, Christy, Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, I didn't know that was an actual holiday. That's great. I would like that holiday. We could have a what the hell? What would we have? I don't know. We should. What? You pay for water, sewage, and garbage? Okay. Okay. The majority of y'all don't pay that much less than us in taxes. That's all I will say. Paying for water and sewage and garbage. Give me a break. Okay, guys, I don't know if any of you have tried this, but I cannot recommend it. Serge said, I crunched the numbers real quick, and to have a transfer switch with a sub panel with a plug is about $4,000, excluding the generator. Okay, so I mean, it's a relatively large job then. I mean, because Peanut Trucker says, the closer to a city, you have to pay for water and sewer. That's why I live in the country, where water is free and fresh. I just want to live in the country so I don't have anyone around me. Being social and talking to people and seeing people just exhausts me. Absolutely exhausts me. Oops, sorry. 21:49. It would almost be whiskey time if it were not January. It's a good thing this is really small. Now, here's a question, though. So it's no alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, 17 whole calories. But what are they from? There's no sodium, which is good because I'm not supposed to. We got 1% of my daily potassium intake. And like, that's it. Okay, there's 6 grams of carbohydrate. And everything else is 0. So what's in here? Do they have English ingredients? Yes. Carbonated tonic water, natural flavors, sugar. But it says 0 grams of sugar. Sugars, 0 grams. citric acid, potassium sorbate, and sodium benzoate. So how do you get to 0 grams of sugar when the sugar is in the ingredients? I feel the need to put on a tinfoil hat. They're lying to me. They're lying to us all. Next thing you know, they'll be telling us that there's no water in there, but there's water. There's tonic water. That's water. Next thing you know, they'll be telling us there's no aluminum in the can. God, next thing you know. Is there a reading tonight? No, there was supposed to be, but I forgot the magazine at work. So maybe next week I'll do all readings. I'll do like 6 readings. All readings all the time. The whole night will just be me reading. I'll read an entire book. I'll be like, Tonight we shall read all of Camping and Woodcraft by Horace Kiphart. Especially because, man, the way they wrote back then makes for some good reading. It is hard to generalize on outfits because men's requirements vary according to the country traversed, the season of the year, and personal tastes. Let no one imagine that he must lay in everything mentioned here for any one trip. One's health and comfort in camp depend very much on what kind of bed he has. I mean, I missed it. There's some like editorializing in this book that is like, God, where was it? I just like, as soon as I closed the book, I saw there's like some real the attitudes of some of the people who wrote in this era kind of put me off. Because like he mentions, many a tenderfoot don't know what they're doing, and all that stuff, and I just, and like when he says tenderfoot, he means a city dweller, and like Thoreau was guilty of that too, like denigrating the city dwellers, and he didn't even spend his whole life sitting there on Walden Pond, man. He was there for a comparatively short period of his time, and then he moved back to the city, right? But anyways, country boy don't read nothing, don't eat or drink nothing that should have alcohol but doesn't. It's just so that we can pretend that we're having a drink together. And because I love causing myself dismay. Oh, God. Okay, at least it's over. Russell saith, at our old house, found our furnace was wired directly to the main panel. Took them out, put a plug on them, plugged them into an outlet. Then I could just unplug from the outlet and plug into generator during outage. That is not a bad idea. Yeah. If you have heat in the winter time, you can last a long time. That is true. Us Canadians tend to pay 5 to 10% more in taxes, while everything which is privatized in the US costs like a poo ton in comparison. That is the story for sure. Destiny wishes their building code would allow them to do that. Yeah. Christy's like, you did not get the memo. There was only supposed to be like 20 days in January, so I think you can have a dram. Nice try. Look, I'm okay. Like, I'm not suffering at all. I'm not missing it, which is good because one of the reasons I do the dry week every quarter is just to make sure that I don't start missing it, and I was going to say that I do feel that I don't get tired quite as early, but like last week was rough. Last week was hard, guys. Because I started off tired, and by like 10:15, I was I can do this. Peanut Trucker says, "Did you add the taste like a shaggy rug to the book for the drink tonight?" I think Destiny got the quotable quote for the evening. For sure. I wonder if we can watch something together on, if I can play a YouTube and we can just watch it and comment as it's playing. I wonder if it'll let us do that. Because that would be cool, right? I mean, not tonight. Not okay, let's do this. But maybe what I should do is a private live stream where I test that out. Because maybe we're all gonna watch how the gas mantle made the lamps 10 times brighter video. Excuse me. Or we're all gonna watch Ranma anime. We're all gonna watch, But I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that be a cool concept for one night? We all not for the whole live stream, but there's a short video, or a half-hour video, and we watch it and we all sort of comment. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think he knows what he's talking about? Something like that. Hold on. Christy says Raspberry Rock 1.1 or 1.2. I do not know what you're saying. But I mean, I know what Raspberry Rock 1.1 or 1.2 is, but why are you saying that? Peanut Trucker says, go to Peanut Trucker on YouTube and try it and see if we can all watch. I don't know how to set it up. Maybe I'll try to set it up for next week, and then we can watch a Peanut Trucker video, little Roadhammer action, little people doing stupid things right in front of a truck action. Serge says to Russell, with the recent power failures I've had recently, I'm seriously thinking about getting a generator and having a sub panel for my furnace and water pump. Well, if anyone knows about the electrics, it's you. No, I said Ranma. I didn't say grandma anime. Although in my current favorite anime, there's a grandma who kicks ass. We got Skip in the house. How you doing tonight, Mr. Quest? Are you cold tonight? Is it cold where you are? Mark Davidson, what are the ingredients for a shaggy rug? Well, apparently it's carbonated tonic water, natural flavors, sugar, citric acid, potassium sorbate, and sodium benzoate. No, I thought I showed that. Destiny is welcoming Skip, as did I. Everyone's saying hi to Skip. Skip is saying hi back. How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Chris is asking Chris how many inches of snow Jennifer has gotten so far, because I believe Jennifer is getting snowed on right now. It didn't look like that much, though. Destiny says it's a great idea for a drink that Jess should concoct on a Facebook Live. What, the shag carpet? I wonder if there's a cocktail called the shag carpet. Let me look it up. Shag carpet cocktail. No, there's a Molotov cocktail. Not the same thing. Shag carpet, thick pile floor, straight from the 60s. There's a playlist. Shag by the Shore. There's a cocktail called Shag by the Shore. I believe that would probably be the same as a Sex on the Beach. Let's take a look. Shag by the Shore. Ajoutez ma photo. Soyez le premier à ajouter une photo à cette recette. So apparently it's easy. The ingredients are... You gonna fucking work with me? You gonna work with me? This page is not... It's not scrolling. The page doesn't scroll, so forget about it. The page doesn't work. Let me just try reloading. So there's a site called 1001cocktails.com, but like there's something wrong with the coding because the page does not scroll. So forget about it. Chris says, but 4 inches so far, already setting records. Excuse me. All roads are closed. Nobody driving anywhere. So you can't even get home. Got 3 inches in 2 hours. Is that like a lot? I kind of feel that 3 inches in 2 hours is a pretty big snowfall. Like even for here. Does she want to build a snowman? I shall now switch to tea because I finished my garbage water. My sewer water. For Panama City, Florida, it's huge. Well, I kind of feel that that's a big dump even here. It's like not a catastrophic one, not one that closes the schools or anything, but you know, one that's like, whew, okay, that happened. I created a cocktail called the Swamp Water. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Oh, because I called that stupid canned drink a toilet water or something, or sewage or whatever. What did I call it? 3 inches in Florida. Damn. Yeah, that does seem like big for Florida for sure. For sure. Just let me. I forgot to mention, by the way, that Christy is a channel hero, which means that she's close to my heart, as are all of my channel heroes and my channel mods and heroes. Long's Quest says -5 centigrade, as the British say, with sleet and snow. Blech. What the hell's going on here? Trucker says she's going to build a snowman and do a snow angel in the morning and get pictures because we'll probably never have that kind of snow in our lifetime again. You may. It's not the kind of world it used to be. Christy's just a hero. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. She's all thankful in the shift. It seems dark in here tonight. It seems dark. Christy says that'd be like snow here in Phoenix. Yeah, that would be surprising. I kind of feel that like Sarah says 3 inches is the new normal. That's what she said. I see. That's where we're gonna go. That's what the rest of the night's gonna be. I mean, it was funny, but damn, Savage is one of these guys. He doesn't, he's kind of quiet, but when he says something, it's a bullet. Yeah, everyone's just reacting to Serge's moment of hilarity. Yeah, exactly. Chris is like, okay, bye, off the rails. Hold on, I'm just waiting for everything for all these to sort of update. Destiny says, now that is a quotable quote. Honeyboo is like, 3 inches is huge, right? Yep, going off the rails like a crazy train. I do believe. Actually, wait. What's today's day? So 21st. So yeah, next week is still dry January. The week after, I believe I am back to the whiskey. Yeah, I gotta discover which of my bottles I will end dry January with. But I'm gonna do dry Jerry next year as well. I think it's a good step. It'll be nice to see what I weigh at the end of dry January, because the alcohol does tend to help you put on the pounds. Um, do I have any travel plans? Nothing yet. I oh no. Ugh. Planning gives me anxiety. I'm not very good at it, right? So it's always a source of stress. Um, I'm going to Alberta twice this year. Once for the usual um, mini tour, and once we have a one-off gig in some town somewhere. That's in May. And it's nice to be going and having our flights paid for, because for the when we do the festival gig, the reason we turned that into a small tour was to help pay for our flights. It's a good time. We love doing it, but the one in May, they're paying for our airplane tickets as well, which is nice for sure. Which is nice. Do you have any travel plans, Chris? You going somewhere this summer? Because I know you take a shifted vacation around the Christmas times. It was weird the way I said that. But like, do you do a lot of sort of warm weather traveling as well? Um, like, how often do you get to take time off? Like, I don't really want to ask about money, but like, I imagine that that's not a job where you're paid like a 9 to 5. Like, anyways, whatever. Um, Chris has been fasting, only eating once a day at 5 p.m. and have lost a bunch added to notches in your belt. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Sasha's been trying to get me to go see him. That's true. I would like to camp on the back lot somewhere. You're doing truck shows at the end of March and July. Nice. Where are they? Are they local to you, or are you traveling for them? Yeah, that does take a lot of self-control for sure. I'm keeping track of my weight. I'm writing it down. Not every single day, because I forget. The morning can be a bit of a rush, but I'm writing it down. Seeing if, excuse me, seeing if dry January really helps. I'm down a little bit. Not as much as I'd like, but I am down a little bit. Every little bit counts. You know what I'm saying? But this is not going to turn into a weight loss seminar. A little bit of coughing action there. Okay, so peanut trucker is paid by the mile. So the money is always up and down. 3 weeks paid vacation, but you're on the road around 300 days a year. Wow. Whew. 300 days a year. That's amazing. So like, you never have to do office work or anything. Like, you never have to do clerical, I guess. Or I guess you have to you have to log your hours, or do they know just by GPS how far you've gone on a given day? Um, Christy's asking if it's safe for you to be driving while you're fasting. She's worried about your blood sugar. March truck show is in Louisville, Kentucky. July is in Iowa. So how big is a truck show then? Because I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of car shows, but it seems that like A Shrek show must be huge. It must be like football fields of space. Been to some boat shows. I do like a boat show. Um, part of me still dreams of having like a 30-foot sailboat or a catamaran. It'll never happen, but it's nice to dream. Absolutely. So you get zip code to zip code computer miles. Okay, so it's sort of automatically tallied then, I guess. Oh no, country boy, why? Why? Russell loves the Toronto Boat Show. We go on the biggest boats and dream. Yeah, I go on all the French built sailboats. Because you cannot beat the French when it comes to sailboat building and designing. Chris says it's okay. You still drink your 3 cups of coffee in the morning. I laugh and like, oh wow, that sounds like a lot, but what the hell do you think I do? How many cups of tea do you think I have by the time lunchtime rolls around? Yeah, so like that cocktail I wanted to look up, the Shag by the Shore, that page just is not moving. I'm not going to suggest 1001 cocktails as a website. Forget about it. Just taking a look here at Hurricane Lanterns. Chris says that the Louisville, Kentucky show is the biggest truck show with hundreds of trucks and vendors. That takes 3 days to walk the whole thing. Wow. Yeah, that is a lot of trucks. My dad went to an RV show, and he said it's crazy how close you can get to really close. You can pretty much scratch the bottom side of $1 million with very little effort. I'm like, what? Like for those big, super, super Luxo ones. And nope. Country Boy says, sitting in other people's boats is the best way to do it. That way you're not throwing money into a hole in the water. Christy asks, Russell, should you be hearing back about your water this week? Forgot about that. Destiny tells Chris, spoken to Santa and says to expect a Peterbilt 389 in your stocking this year. A little late for that. A legacy that will endure. I was watching like, you know how a lot of podcasts are shot on video and put on Facebook on YouTube now? I was watching one at Scott's Bass Lessons or Scott's SBL Academy. I don't need a bedtime reminder. Go away. And they were talking about gear and stuff for recording with. Stop yawning, please. And there's a version of this mic out now that doesn't require this piece here. I mean, look, I've got a mic and I'm very happy with my mic. But it's about time they came out with one that doesn't need this piece here, because the thing is the SM7B, it's a radio mic, so it's meant to go into like a board. And so it's very, very low signal for what I'm using it for. So now they brought out the 7B, the SM7DB, which is a much higher output and doesn't require that. It reminds me of like those who do what I'm doing right now. You can spend too much money without even thinking about it, like this mic is my big okay. That's my YouTube camera right there. That's my DSLR. So okay, there's that. But what I mean is, why am I talking about this? I said something that reminded me of that episode where they're talking about gear, and it had to do with microphone. I'm glitching. I just totally glitched. I have no idea what I'm talking about this. So hurricane lamps, bushcraft knives, axes, camping, campfire. Okay, I'm back. Um Tonight is a night that I would love to be sleeping in a cabin with a warmly crackling fire. The colder it is outside, the more I want to be on a scrappy cot in a sleeping bag next to a wood burning stove in a drafty freaking cabin. I've said similar things before, so this is no surprise to you guys. But like weather like this, man, that's when it's got to happen. That's when I want it to happen. Um, oh, is Serge out? Hold on. Okay, Serge is out. So good night. Good night, Serge. Everyone say good night to Serge. Um, wait, hold on. Russell did hear back. Negative for E. coli, coliforms, and fecal matter. That I would call a win. Chris says they don't make the 389 anymore. It's the 589 and it's ugly. Fair enough. And if you're gonna be like that about it, um, yeah. Then Serge is out, so everyone's saying good night to Serge. Uh, Chris says, okay, but does that mean it's drinkable? I'd say it's pretty damn. It's a good sign. Um, Russell does need to find a place to test all the other things like metals, organics, fluoride, but for now he's drinking it. Are you boiling it or are you just drinking it? Just drinking it. Just going for it. Russell has a nice fire going right now. You have my envy, mister. Y'all have my envy, so I deeply wish I could have a fire going on a night like this. Krishna says, we had some crazy winds yesterday, and you slept in your bedroom windows open. It got down to 11 degrees. 11 degrees in January seems shocking to me. Although we've aside from this cold snap we're in the middle of, it's been very mild for sure. Just drinking it, okay, and no ill effects, which is good. You haven't grown a third arm or anything. Just drinking it. Just drink it. It's like a Nike ad. Just drink it. Excuse me. Country Boy says unto Kristen that 11 degrees is t-shirt weather. I agree. Especially at this time of year. Especially. You know how I say that like 10 degrees in July is sweater weather, but if it hits 10 degrees in February, everyone's in Montreal is out dancing in the streets with t-shirts on. You know what I'm saying? I stand by that statement. Scott, hi. Scott Kapitsky says, I'd kill for above zero. The wind chill here today was minus 30 freedom. That seems cold because that's sort of rushing in on minus 40 territory, which is where the two meet, I believe. Yeah, that sounds cool. Cold, sorry. Russell says 11 is great for sleeping. It was 16 this morning when I came down the stairs. Wow. It sure as hell wasn't. I mean, in the house, it's probably about like it's probably about like 18 degrees right now, 18, 19. But I'd say like 16 in the morning when you like. Is that because there are still embers burning in your stove by the morning, or is it just heat that developed overnight and is just still trapped in the house? I'm imagining it's the latter, not the latter, but it's the latter of those two examples. But yeah, you're right. I do love it when it's cool for sleeping, like 11 degrees. Yep, hell's yes, hell's yes. Country boys. No, Christy says that it was great sleeping weather for sure. Absolutely. Destiny saith, a fire, a cabin with a huge windows, and a raging snowstorm outside as I hunkered down in my loincloth under my eiderdown. I wouldn't have gone for the loincloth, but boxers and a t-shirt would do me just fine. Hunkered down next to the fire, little glass of cognac. Good book. Not a lazy boy. But actually, a lazy boy would be amazing. Oh, I'm getting a little tired. Out like a light. Yeah. Sounds fabulous. Chris says, Jennifer just messaged 5 inches, still snowing. Yikes. Russell's like, loincloth. Country boy says, careful, Destiny. You're going to get the boys all excited. Yes. No one around the cabin. Just peace and quiet. Sounds amazing to me. Apparently my computer just went to sleep, but it didn't. What's going on, computer? Oh, no. This just switched to the sleep setting, I believe. Yeah. I will not get any notifications until the morning now. What the hell? I just I accidentally opened Instagram, and here's a picture of I don't know if any of you guys follow Melissa Backwoods. She's big in sort of like the knife community. Um, she was like a contestant on like one of the Naked and Alones or something. But like, look at that boat behind them. Hold on, I have no idea who that's with. I get the feeling that it's maybe they just got engaged or something. But look at the catamaran behind them. That's a little bigger than I would want, to be straight with you, but catamaran, like if you want to if you want to live on a sailboat, I think the catamaran is the way to go because it's more laid out like an apartment kind of thing. My favorite catamarans of all, I mean, unfortunately the company no longer exists, but Allure Marine made these catamarans called like the Privilege series. There was like a 34-foot, there was a 48, 42. They got up to really, really freaking big, but the layout inside was just fabulous. Scott is asking if anyone saw how much snow they had in Louisiana today. No, I do not know. I've been frankly hiding from the news. Did they get a big dump? Well, apparently they did, because Christy says it was crazy. Like how many no, how many inches? Because it's Louisiana. So how many inches did they get? Fox Weather reported over 8 inches. That's a pretty big dump for down there for sure. I mean, no, that's a big dump even here. For damn sure. It's the world being like, hey bastards, you mess with me, I'm messing you back. Here, take 3 hurricanes within 30 seconds while we're at it. Let's burn down half of the Midwest. Let's burn down half the Boreal, because Jesse loves the Boreal. There's like a hair somewhere on this thing. I'm trying to get rid of it, but I don't see it because it's dark in here for some reason tonight. Scott said he was watching the Storm Chasers. They were there. What are Storm Chasers? Was that like a TV show or something? Destiny says something that okay. By the way, those Super Scooper planes from Quebec are freaking awesome. A cool 30 million each, but wow, what a machine. Yeah, they're great. I love them. I've loved them forever. And they're being produced again because the world is burning down. They were originally Canadair, I believe. Then they were Bombardier. No, a Bombardier division or something. And now I believe it's de Havilland Canada that's building them. They're fabulous. They're kind of unique too. They're sold all over the world, and nothing can stop them except a stupid Californian with a drone. Oh, they're on YouTube. Okay, maybe I'll look them up. That sounds like something I'd be interested in watching. Hey, Beto's here. How you doing? Beto popping in for the last half hour. You doing okay? How's the weather down there? Because I tell you something, up here it's pretty damn cold. Pretty damn cold. Excuse me. Okay, everyone's just saying hi. Brandon Kopich. Whoops. Let me just do a little YouTube. Storm Chasers. I will watch it at some point. Storm Chasers live stream. Okay, Storm Chasers. Connor Croft, Storm Chaser Vince Willetti. So oh yeah, Storm Chaser Brandon Kopich. Okay. Louisiana Blizzard Warning live. He's live streaming right now. He's been live streaming for 9 hours and 25 minutes. Holy crap. Good to know. He does reports for Fox Weather. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. Ever since I said that about like a wood burning stove and a big blanket or a sleeping bag and a ratty freaking cabin, I've been like, yeah, that would be amazing. That's what I want. I just got to become a millionaire and then I'll have a place. Piece of land, place, fire. Chris watches Ryan Hall on YouTube. He was live for 10 hours today. I cannot imagine having enough to say. I mean, obviously, look, these guys are live streaming like a storm that they're inside, right? But I could not imagine live streaming for 10 hours. Scott is saving up for that in his next life. Yep, me too. Nice place to hide out when the cold winter hits. I mean, even a winter, like a winter tent, a canvas winter tent would be good. You know what I'm saying? Something about a ratty, drafty cabin, though. The sun goes down, gets dark. The only thing you can hear is like branches scratching the wall from the wind. Yeah. Away from the maroons, exactly. Yep. We're of the same mind on that. Absolutely. It's crazy watching what's going on in the southern U.S. while my nighttime lows are like -3 C. Well, you're out there on the coast. For sure. Yeah, and a dog. I miss having a dog. I really liked having dogs. I like having cats as well, but I don't have either right now. I'm allergic to cats, so it's it's a hard sell, but I do miss having a cat. I tell you something, if you're sitting there in your like comfy chair and you're reading or something, and suddenly a cat climbs up, forget about it. You're asleep. Boom, it's out. It's over. Done. Forget about it. Russell says that Weblord bought a new property. Looking forward to seeing pics and video of it. Yes, I do know that he bought a new property. I'm also looking forward to seeing pics and video of the inside and the wood stove and the property. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that for sure. I never remember where in the world he is. There's a couple of you guys, though, I never remember quite where in the world you are. Like, I have these general ideas, but Chris says, yes, the pics he has so far look great. Yeah, it looks like a really nice cabin. I'm envious of that cabin. I think, excuse me. I think it looks great. I don't know how much work. Like, I forgot to ask if it's like a fixer upper or not. Hey, Foxton, how's it going? How you doing tonight? You know, it's very warm here in the south, a whopping 24 degrees. Freedom, also hello. So 24 degrees Freedom is below freezing. Noticeably below freezing, actually. I don't know the exact number, but that seems cold. But I didn't know it was cold where you are, Cliff. Scott is starting his savings now for what Russell has. Yeah, I like what Russell has as well, for sure. Everything sort of jumped. Country Boy says, for the last several years, we've been down to the minus teens this time of year. Way warmer this year. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Russell says the cabin on the property is 125 years old. I'm guessing it needs some work. Yeah, but like an old cabin always needs a little work, but is it a fixer upper? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is it, did he buy a cabin that that's going to be like a money pit for the first little while? Or, I forgot to ask. Shawnee's guessing it has some mice. I'm guessing probably, yeah. Yeah, Scott's like, yeah, it's cold everywhere right now. It kind of is, for sure. Yeah. Except in Phoenix. Cliff says, got down to, whoops, click. Got down to about 5 degrees Freedom or minus 15 degrees Canadian. Scott says it's minus 4. Gonna say that's degrees Freedom in Wisconsin. Yeah, these are cold temperatures. Christy says it was 60 today, but the upper 60s and 70s next week. Ooh, kind of bit cold there, says Cliff. For sure. Scott says just a tad. Yeah, just a little cold. Just a wee bit cold. Like, where in the world is it warm right now? Peanut Trucker says 29 in San Antonio. So that's below freezing as well. But it's not as cold, right? Because if freezing is 32, then 29 is not that bad. Although I've already said to you guys, I don't know how big the space is between degrees in Freedom, right? No, I'm looking for. Yes, Christy, it's warm there. I get that for sure. Yeah, I should have thought of that. California is pretty warm. True. Oh, Christy says that Marcel was going to get some snow flurries down there in Texas. Shawnee says it's warm in Venezuela, I think, and South Africa. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, okay, we've done a little roundup of the warm spots in the world. Yes, California is definitely a little bit toasty, Cliff, for sure. A little toastier than I'd like it to be. So Peanut Trucker says at 29, freedom is -2 C. So yeah, that's very mild. That's extremely mild. That's almost t-shirt weather. Light sweater weather. Oh, enough with the yawning. I might not make it all the way till 11 tonight. In Houston, they had snow, but not in Dallas. Talked with my friend earlier, says Scott. Oh. Oh, sorry. I thought my phone was telling me it was an hour later than it is. I was like, what's going on here, phone? Apparently Houston got hammered. Destiny, I don't know if we know if he's in an unorganized township or not. I know he's trying to be kind of low key about where exactly he is. I will be right back, people. I just want to check on something. So I thought I heard something weird going on, but it was just a really big honking truck going by outside. Beto says, yeah, the temperature this week reached close to 40 degrees Celsius. Wow. Love that southern hemisphere, eh? Actually, you're not quite in the southern hemisphere, are you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't forget the cheese. I should have grabbed some cheese. Absolutely. Country Boy says, basic estimate, take degrees in C, double it, add 30, or take degrees F, subtract and divide by 2. It's very close to accurate. Oh, so much math, though. Looks like a lonely picture when he's gone. Next time, I'll get a screen that I can shunt to, with like a picture of smiley happy people holding hands, shiny happy people holding hands. It's okay. We're 20 minutes till 11. I think we're gonna make it. $10 would not buy you this mic. If I could get one of these for $10, like have a backup just in case, or one that I take everywhere, that'd be great. I need a cardboard. Yeah. Something I just sort of put up. Bump. After these messages, we'll be right back. I can't sing tonight. Don't like to sing anyway. I got right next to this monster tornado, says Freddie McKinney. Hands holding. We actually play that song a lot, and I don't know why the crowd goes so crazy for it. Absolutely don't get it, but they do. Yeah, I do. I sing back up. I'm not feeling very well right now, so I don't want to do any singing. But yeah, I ain't got no choice. I would love to stop yawning. You know what I'm saying? I would love it. I would also love to be asleep next to a fire, but that ain't happening either. So funk it, I says. I ordered a wrist strap for one of my DSLRs because Camille has been taking it to school to photograph ball games, whatever the ball is called, the one with the basketball. Oh, I knew I could get it out if I just kept on working. Every patriotic Canadian should know what basketball is called. But I just keep glitching because my brain don't work. Fox says it sounds to me like it's time for another dram. Yes, as soon as February 1st rolls around, there will be dramage. There will be dramage. Dramage. Yeah, ball games, exactly. The one with the baskets. There we go. Today at supper time, Carol says, "Can I just leave the camera at school?" I said, "Funk? No. I mean, that cannot be allowed to happen." Imagine DSLR with this lens in the locker overnight. Nope, not gonna happen. There we go. Wrist strap so that she doesn't drop it. It's gonna be great. She's gonna love it. I'm gonna love knowing that my camera is not being shattered on the floor. I'd love to be retired, but that isn't happening. I don't know if I'm ever gonna retire. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Destiny says, "Can a fireplace actually be made to properly heat a cabin, or is the wood burner king in this situation?" Yeah, you can totally. A well-made fireplace can do it, but it has to be a well-made fireplace, and there are a lot of non-well-made fireplaces. And if a fireplace ain't done right, you're gonna get smoke in the cabin and everything. In one of my books here, in one of my damn books here, uh, maybe it's this one. There's a diagram of how a fireplace needs to be built in order to more hearths and fireplaces. A plank mantle. Yeah, but is that? Yep. Oh, come on, fool. So, right? See picture 284 there? That's a non-well-made fireplace. And how the smoke gets into the cabin. 283 is same deal. 287, right? 288, 286, 285. Those are how you want your fireplace to be built. Right? And like, so what you get there is you get the warmth, but you don't get smoked out. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be smoked out. Know what I'm saying? I just prefer a wood stove because I feel that it radiates the heat better because it's essentially a hot box. But I, you know, um, bum, 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 bum. I am getting lost. I don't. Everything jumped, so I don't know. Oh, Russell says, "Be right back. Need to play with the fire." Showing off that he's got a fire. Scott says, "Did you ever let seasick Steve?" Yes, I did. Well, not a long time, a while ago. He does sort of like a blues thing, and I think he sails or paddle boards or something, if I remember correctly. But like his main thing is like music. I think he likes motorcycles or something as well. Like I don't mean that's like his channel thing, but I think I remember seeing him on a motorcycle or something. Russell says that if it's only one for the other, then go wood stove. Oh, I see. Apparently, Christy is saying that everyone to everyone that oh God, Christy is saying hi to everyone from Steve. I knew I could get it out. Russell says if you can do both, then that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool too. At the end of the day, I would take either at this point, but I do have a mild preference for a wood stove, just because I think the way it radiates heat from the entire box rather than just out the front is an absolute plus for sure. For sure. Okay. Tea is a good drink. This is also loose tea. I did not use tea bags tonight because I'm out of tea bags. Loose tea is more expensive, but it's totally worth it. Oh, Steve is on his cell. I don't love watching lives from my cell. I do it a lot, but because I find that when I'm trying to at somebody, it doesn't autocomplete the way it does when I'm on the desktop. And I don't know if it actually worked because like trying to type on the stupid little tiny screen, I mess it up all the time. So I'm never sure. Yeah, I think you're right, Scott, that a stove can be safer as well. I mean, some fireplaces have that, that gate that closes or the door that closes. But um, hold on a second here. Country Boy says all the kids love like motorcycles. Too bad my body can't take riding mine anymore. I have never been into motorcycles. A lot of my uncles, like I had 20 uncles, but a lot of motorcycles in my extended family. One after the other, they all went down really hard. So there are no more motorcycles in my extended family. I guess I can see. Here's the thing. If I were the type to buy a motorcycle, I would want it to be like a Ducati or a Triumph. Slight preference for the Triumph. For sure. Both of those I could see loving. But like I only got my driver's license at the age of 37. You know? Christy says had to get rid of our cycle when he had his heart failure. Fair enough. You certainly don't want to have an issue hit you while you're on a bike for sure. Peanut Trucker says all he has is a cell phone to watch lives on YouTube. I thought you had like a little screen in your truck. Huh. Okay. Steve says that's why Christy answers for me. Yeah, I absolutely get it for sure. But if Peanut Trucker is doing everything from a phone, then I mean he's got the patience of a saint. Um, Russell said I had a crotch rocker when I was around 20. I loved it. Yeah, never felt the need. Destiny says I also like a pretty bicyclette with a basket on the front for my living in a cabin dream life. Mm-hmm. That starts to sound like a cozy. You guys know about the whole sort of the cozy fiction and cozy this and cozy that trend. I think a nice little cabin with a bike with a basket on the front out the front is like it's like the cozy setting. You can see a sunny day, warm flowers, like a flower patch out the front. Mm. Christy says he's outside and not playing a game. Saith Christy. Country says all I've ever owned are crotch rockets. Really? Huh. I may be slow when I type one letter at a time, but you get used to it. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, right now he's playing Apex. Okay. What I've been playing recently is the latest Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I'm enjoying it massively. When it came out, it got kind of review bombed, and I can see where they were coming from. Like it took a moment for me to sort of get over what my expectations were from a Dragon Age game, get over the fact that it didn't really feel like a Dragon Age game, and just sort of start enjoying it for what it was. And it's a good game. I enjoy it massively. I feel that it's amazing how many recent sequel games I've had to say that about, though. Like how you have to sort of get past the fact that it doesn't look or feel like the rest of the series, but once you get past that, it's a great game kind of thing. Or Starfield was like that for me. Very enjoyable, flawed in many ways. But my enjoyment of that game jumped up a lot when I let go of the fact that I was irritated that it wasn't just Fallout in space, you know? Not a gaming channel, moving right along. Scott says, Annabelle, bing, bing. Yeah. Little ting, ting. Chris can see Destiny riding her bike down the street, singing Sunny Day and waving at all the neighbors. With a loaf of, like a baguette and a wheel of cheese in the basket on the front. Destiny says, yes, a great idea. Absolutely. Yes, I think I agree. Destiny, but I'd wear more than just a loincloth. We're back to the loincloth, I see. Russell says, guess how much heat he's getting from his wood stove right now. I don't know, 40,000 cc's. I have no BTUs. I don't know. I'm imagining that you can crank a lot of heat in that cabin from that stove. A bottle of wine. Yep. Bottle of wine and a croissant or two. And hold on a second. Oh, we're back to Ray again. Ray in a loincloth, right? Jeez. Scott's enjoying this show. No, seriously, how much heat are you getting, Russell? It's got to be good. It's got to be great. Destiny never looks past Ray's calves. Never gets old, am I right? Russell says, my right side is glowing. Yeah, love it. I love it. Want a stove. Scott says that he probably has the door open. But like, does having the door open increase the heat outlay? Or does it interrupt sort of the hot, like the heat source kind of thing, if that's coming out the front? Jim says, whenever I picture a bike with a basket, my mind goes straight to Almira Gulch. Hold on. Destiny says, Ray was in one of the lives, and thank God no one said anything to rat me out. I'm pretty sure Russell's ratted you out by now. Scott says it helps with the sweating. Okay. Yeah, Christy says, I would never do that. Russell, he might. Yep, absolutely. Jim is like, I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. Russell says, door open and damper open, heat goes up the chimney. You want to keep the heat in the stove. Yeah, that's good to know. I figured you needed to keep the door closed. I'm going to eat some cheese after this. And then I'm going to go straight to bed. I have to be in fine form for work tomorrow at the office. We're doing an AI writing workshop because I love AI. Generative AI is how the very rich try to reduce the billable hours of the not rich, in my opinion. There's a lot of promise in the tech, but right now I just see it being co-opted by the billionaire class. It's not a tech channel, so we're going to move right along. I mean, it's 22:57. We're almost done here anyway. There we go. Russell says, my middle son had a tech interview recently, and it was with an AI interviewer? No. Why? Why would that be allowed to happen? I hear that Adrian Brody in what's that film he was in, The Brutalist? AI was used in like some backgrounds and stuff, but also apparently to help improve his accent, which seems crazy to me. And apparently they're in talks to sort of be contenders for an Oscar. I mean, look, I hate the Oscars. I don't watch any of the awards shows. I think it's just Hollywood and whatever, Nashville or whatever, blowing smoke up its own ass. But if AI does part of the acting work for you, I kind of don't think you should be eligible. Destiny says, whoops, oh crumbs, where'd it go? Destiny says, thank you for a good night. For a great live, everyone. Bonsoir tout le monde et bisous. Until next time. See you next week. Destiny. Scott says, I can't do anything right now. I was just diagnosed with COPD. I knew there was something wrong with me. That sucks. I hope that all is going to be well for you. That sucks massively. Russell says, it's amazing how fast AI is growing and getting into our lives. Yeah, it drives me crazy. I think they need some kind of controls or something. I have no problem with technology moving, but there are so many legal repercussions being discovered and used, or not used, but experienced, like every time, like on TikTok, I see people using the AI, turn my face into a Disney face. I'm like, you're giving your likeness to the monster. for free. Drives me crazy. Christy says, it was a great live. I may have missed a little bit due to timelines, but it was still great. And that's fine. At least you showed up. Oh, it's 11. Okay. Country Boy says, AI will destroy society as we know it. It may not. I kind of feel that it may, but I'm willing to entertain the fact that I'm wrong about that. Oh no, Scott, it's chronic. Shite. That is no good. I'm absolutely sorry to hear that. I have reached the end, and we have reached the end as well. So, as Russell says, good night, everyone. Between now and next week, please, everybody, be safe, be sane, be healthy, and be kind to one another. Night all.